or are we in Sherwood?
Well,
Can I give you a hint? We're a little bit north of Little Rock.
then that's North Little Rock.
Mm-hmm. We're one exit past North Little Rock, and we're in Sherwood.
Okay,
But we are very close to North Little Rock.
okay.
Do you know the name of this hospital that we're in?
St. Vincent's.
Yes, ma'am. Are we in the infirmary or the rehab hospital?
I would probably guess rehab.
We are at the rehab, yes, ma'am. What season is it outside?
Can I look?
Sure. I don't know if it'll be much help.
No, I don't think it would. It looks like fall.
Yes, ma'am. The trees, they're kind of orange, and we're kind of coming up into winter. Do you remember what month I told you it was?
It must be November.
It's really close. We just finished November this past week.
Okay.
So what month is it?
We just finished November.
Mm-hmm. What month comes next?
If November's over, it must be December.
You got it. It's December. And I'm going to give you a clue. December started yesterday. So what's the date today?
Oh, that's confusing.
It is kind of confusing. Let me help you think through it. So if December started yesterday, the date yesterday would be the what day?
First.
It'd be the first, yes, ma'am. So then what's today's date if yesterday was the first?
December?
We're in December. Yesterday was December 1st. So today is December, you got it, December 2nd. Good. Very good. What time of the day is it right now?
Can I look at the clock?
Absolutely. I would love if you looked at the clock.
Okay. It says 10 till 10, I think.
Yes, ma'am. So we're still in the morning. Still in the morning. So what meals have you had today?
So we must still be 17.
That's the year. Yes, ma'am. It's 2017. We were talking about the time, and you told me it was 10 minutes to 10, so it's still the morning. So if it's still the morning time, what meals have you eaten today?
Breakfast,
You got it. What's coming up next?
lunch.
Yes, ma'am. You got it. Good deal. All right. I'm going to get a list of some questions here. Okay. They're kind of some hard questions, but all you have to do is answer yes or no. Okay. But they kind of make you use your brain a little bit, and they're meant to make you use your thinking skills. They're really good exercise.
But it is like church.
Am I making you feel like you're in church?
No. And if you were, that'd be okay.
That'd be okay. You're a church goer, huh?
Because if I'm home I go to church on Sunday morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good.
But if I'm not home, I don't necessarily go to church.
Okay, I gotcha. What church do you go to?
But I go because it's a habit,
Mm-hmm. That's great. Church is good.
and I go because I want to.
Good.
But I don't go because I feel like I have to,
Mm-hmm.
because I know I can get to heaven without going to church.
That's right. Amen. What church do you go to?
St. John's Lutheran in Stuttgart.
Oh, good. Good. I've never been down to Stuttgart. I've never been that way. I'm from Texas, so I don't know anything
Well,
about
St. John's is the beginning of the Lutheran Church in Stuttgart.
it. Okay. Well, good deal.
But it doesn't mean it's the best or the first
Right.
or whatever. But St. John's church was there before lots of other churches, and which doesn't mean it's better or
Mm-hmm.
the best or whatever. It doesn't mean anything like that.
Right. Have you been going to that church for a long time?
All my life.
Good.
Yeah, my parents went to church there. And naturally, where they went were where the rest of the kids went.
Good.
And there were 7 of us.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, but it's not too many.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
2 kids?
Yeah.
A boy and a girl?
Mhm.
All right. Good
Yeah.
deal. Well, if it's okay with you, we're going to do a little exercise with some yes/no questions. Will that be okay?
That's fine with me.
Okay, you're doing a great job. We're just going to keep exercising those thinking skills. All right? So some of these are meant to kind of be a little tricky, so you might have to think about it for a second before you answer. Okay? Do people eat dessert before dinner? Do people
Some people do, some people don't.
What's typical to do? To eat dessert before dinner or after dinner?
After dinner.
You got it. Are streets wet after a rainstorm?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Do you light a fire after you have struck the match?
If you want a fire, you do.
That's right. You're exactly right. Do you put icing on a cake before the cake is made?
Well, now that's weird. I know my kids would like for me to, but no.
You're right. We put it on after it's made. Does Christmas come after Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Does 5 come after 4?
Yes.
Do you put a stamp on a letter after you have mailed it?
Nope, it's too late then.
It is too late. If you forgot it, if you forget to put your stamp on your letter, what's going to happen?
It won't go anywhere.
That's right. It'll probably come back to you or stay in your mailbox, right? Do you get out of the plane before it has landed?
Oh, no.
What would happen?
No telling where you'd end up.
That's very true. You're exactly right. Does ice melt after it comes out of the freezer?
Yes.
Sure does. Do you dry yourself after you come out of the shower?
Yes.
Do people put on their pajamas after they fall asleep?
Nope.
When do you put on your pajamas?
Before you get to that stage.
That's right, before you go to sleep. You're exactly right. So that's good. Miss Bloom, it looks like you've made some good progress since you first came into the rehab hospital. I think when you first got here, you were having trouble with kind of being able to comprehend those questions and things like that. And you're doing much better. I'm glad to hear that. You feel like you're having an easier time?
Now?
Mm-hmm. With your thinking skills?
Perhaps. I don't know.
It's common for after you've had a fall, and especially if you've hit your head, it's common for your memory, to be a little foggy and to not really be able to recall those events and things. Do you remember what she told you happened that caused you to come into the hospital?
Yeah, she said I fell down.
Mm-hmm. Where did she say that you fell?
Where did she say I fell?
Or what were you doing when you fell?
I don't know. I don't know if she told me where I fell. And this she is going to be my daughter-in-law, Susan.
Very good. So that's your daughter-in-law, Susan, huh?
Susan is my daughter-in-law.
Good, good.
And that's Doug's wife.
Okay.
And Doug is
Doug is...
Am I trying to tell you his age?
I'm not sure what you were trying to tell me. Maybe you were trying to tell me that he's your son? Is Doug your son?
Yes.
Okay. Good deal. Well, prior to your fall, I think you had a fall maybe when you were out shopping. Is that right? I think you were out doing some shopping.
Okay.
You enjoy shopping?
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to go shopping?
Shoot, I don't know. Because when Susan and I shop, we shop first for what we're looking for.
That's good.
And after that, it's whatever we want.
Whatever you want, huh? Good deal. Were you out shopping with Susan when you fell?
I must have been.
Yeah.
Was I?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where were you guys shopping, Susan? Okay.
Dirt Cheap. You were at a store called Dirt Cheap.
Oh, I've heard of Dirt Cheap.
You were at a store called Dirt Cheap. And I think it was in Jacksonville or in Little Rock, one of the two.
Okay.
I think they have lots of good deals at that store, Dirt Cheap. I've heard of that before.
But anyway, Susan and I shop a lot.
Good.
Together.
Good. Good deal. Well,
Other than being related, we're very good friends.
Well, that's great.
Yes.
It's always a bonus when you can be friends with your family, right?
Yeah, I guess it probably is.
Well, good. Well, let's do some other exercises to see if we can't help continue to exercise those thinking skills. That be okay?
All right with me.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Pretty much mastered these. Let's see. Let's find something a little bit harder that we can't rack your brain with. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to give you a category, okay? And I want you to think of 3 items that would fit inside the category. Okay?
Okay.
So let me give you an example. If I said, name 3 colors, you might say, what would you say to name 3 colors?
Probably red, white, and blue.
You got it. It's as easy as pie. Name 3 different states for me. Name 3 states for me.
3 states, okay. Do I need to skip anything?
You can just name the first 3 states that come to your mind.
Okay. Then one one would be Arkansas,
Okay, I like it.
and one would be probably Mississippi,
Okay, give me one more.
and another one would probably be Louisiana.
Good deal. All right, let's see. Name 3 different things that you can eat for me. 3 different kinds of food.
Whoopee, that's not hard to do.
Well, let's hear it.
3 different kinds of food. I bet you've thought of 3 in a hurry.
Not really.
I bet you have.
I'm not hungry and I'm not thinking about food. I'm watching you do all your good stuff.
Oh, I wasn't either. I wasn't thinking about food. But I am trying to think of 3 different foods
Name 3 things that you like to cook.
There you go. I
that
was
I
just
like to
thinking that.
cook.
Yeah.
Cooking is not one of my favorite things.
What about what's your favorite thing to eat?
Oh my gosh. Probably spaghetti.
Okay, that's a food.
Tacos.
Oh, there you go. I love me some tacos.
See, we have tacos every Sunday. Susan cooks them.
You're gonna make me hungry. Name one more food for me, Miss Bloom.
Okay, another food would be tacos. I like tacos better than I like chili.
Chili's another food. You like tacos better than you like chili?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like taco soup?
You know, I'm not even sure I've ever had taco soup.
No, it's one of my favorites.
Well, I blew that, didn't I?
Okay, let's try a different one. Why don't you name 3 different body parts for me? Name 3 body parts for
Body
me.
parts. A hand.
Uh-huh.
Smile.
What do you smile with? You smile with what part of your body?
Your whole face.
You can smile with your whole face. You're exactly right.
If you don't smile with your whole face, you're not really smiling.
I agree.
Because a smile is a very important part of the body.
That's true. It's got to be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. What's another part of your body?
You just did it. A hip.
A hip. Okay. That is part of your body. Let's see. How about for the next one? Why don't you name for me 3 different things that you can drink?
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Wine.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
And wine is very important because that's part of the Lord's Supper.
You got it. What's one more thing you can drink?
And besides that, I like it.
You like wine?
I do like wine.
Good. What else do you like besides wine? Water, wine. Tell me one more thing you can drink.
Okay. Water, wine.
Are you-
That's different. Trying to think of something starts with a W. It doesn't have to be water or wine.
Yeah, it doesn't have to start with a W.
No.
It can be anything that you drink. What do most people like to drink in the morning with breakfast?
Water.
You like to drink water? Okay. What do some people drink in the morning that kind of gets them going for the day?
Juice.
Maybe juice. Sure. How about coffee? I'm a big coffee drinker.
Coffee's
You might not
great. I love coffee.
be. You love coffee? Do you like it with cream and sugar? Me too. All right, let's try another one. Let's see. How about you name for me let's do 3 things that you find in the kitchen. Name 3 things you find in the kitchen.
Is this like in nowhere else in the house?
Yeah, just only things that you find in the kitchen.
Only in the kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you know, just about everything that I think would serve this purpose won't necessarily. Just because it's in the kitchen doesn't mean it's okay to eat or to drink or whatever.
All right, it doesn't have to be anything that you eat or drink. It can be anything that you find in the kitchen.
Okay, I can do that. She's holding it out here for me.
You would have
Eat
walked.
or drink in the kitchen. That ain't gonna be a telephone.
Where is your telephone?
My telephone is very likely in my purse.
Hmm.
It can be or it can't be. If I was at home, it would be on my kitchen table.
All right. You have a cell phone?
Uh-huh.
Good. So let's think if I were to walk into your kitchen and stand there, what are 3 things I would see in there?
Where my telephone is?
Let's see where your telephone is, and where would it be? It'd be on the, where'd you say?
Kitchen table.
Kitchen table. So there's maybe a table in the kitchen.
Yep.
What else is in the kitchen besides your phone and the table? What are some things you use to cook with that are in the kitchen?
Everything that I use to cook with is in the kitchen.
Can you tell me a couple of them? What are a couple of things you use
Pots
to cook?
and pans.
Yes, ma'am. Pots and pans. What else?
Big spoons.
Yeah, sure thing.
Gee, everything you use to cook with is in your kitchen.
You got that right. There's all kinds of stuff, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more. Tell me 3 different things. Let's do 3 different vehicles or modes of transportation. Tell me 3 different things you can ride on or in.
Okay. There is a telephone book on kitchen table.
Okay. Let me help you out. We've moved beyond the kitchen question, and we have a new one, okay? I want you to name 3 different kinds of vehicles or transportation.
That's easy. Ford, Chevrolet, and Ford, Chevrolet.
Those are types of vehicles. Ford, Chevrolet, and give me one more.
Chrysler.
Good. Great. Those are all what? They're what type of vehicle are Ford, Chevrolet, and Chryslers? They're all a type of what kind of vehicle?
Driving vehicles.
What do we call those driving vehicles?
Something you gotta have.
This is true. They're not called airplanes.
Nope.
What are they called? I got an itch.
Got an itch.
Yes, ma'am. Right on my back. So Ford, Chevrolet, and Chrysler, they're not airplanes.
No.
They're not bicycles.
No.
What are they? They're a type of...
Driving vehicles.
So we might call that a car, right? Maybe cars
Sure.
or trucks,
Sure.
vans, anything like that. Good. Are you hanging in there with me if I keep giving you a little bit more exercise?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Make up for yesterday.
Yeah, they had her on my schedule for an hour, so I'm going to try to hang in here for another 15 minutes if that's okay.
It's all right. with me.
Okay, good deal. Let me see what else we can work on here. Did she miss some therapy yesterday?
She went. She didn't participate.
Oh, so today's a much better day. Good.
Yesterday was
great.
this
Um,
and this.
You are having a great day today then, Miss Bloom.
Well, I think so.
I appreciate you working so hard with me. Let's do some of these. Do you enjoy doing things like word searches or crosswords or anything like that?
Yep.
Good. You know, when you get out of here and you get ready to go back home, it would be a great thing for you to get one of those. I think you can get those books that you can get maybe at like Walgreens or Walmart that's full of all kinds of brain games. That would be really great for you to do those types of things when you get back home. What that does is it just helps keep your brain active and helps kind of continue to exercise those thinking skills, kind of do the types of things like we're doing today, where some of these things might seem kind of silly, but it's just kind of causing you to put your brain to use and exercise it. So just like how the rest of your body needs exercise, our brain needs exercise as well. Okay? Let's see here.
What's your favorite, Aunt Frances? Crosswords? What is your favorite game?
My favorite thing to do, other than crossword puzzle, is probably another crossword puzzle.
Do you do the crossword puzzles in the newspaper?
I do those in our paper in Stuttgart, but I don't do them in the Little Rock paper
Okay.
because I don't think I'm smart enough to do them there.
Well, I think they get harder as the week goes on, don't they? I think Sunday might be the hardest.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't do the ones in the newspaper. All right, let's try some of these questions here. I'm just going to ask you some questions. Where do we go to buy food?
To buy food?
Yes, ma'am.
Grocery store.
You got it. Grocery store. Where do children go to learn?
School.
Where do people pray?
Where do I go pray?
Sure. Where do you pray?
I go anywhere I want to pray.
That's right. You're exactly right. Where do most people go every Sunday to pray?
Church.
Yes, ma'am. You got it. Where do we buy gas?
Service station.
Yes, ma'am. Where do we buy stamps?
Post office.
You got it. Where do we buy clothes?
Well, that's a funny place. Because it could be any number of stores.
This is true. Name one for me. What's one store that you can go to buy clothes?
You could go to a shoot, what do you call them? I never thought about where you buy clothes other than walking in the store and buying some.
Mm-hmm. So maybe places like Dillard's or J.C. Penney, right? Department stores.
Right.
Yeah. You can get clothes at Walmart. You can get
That's
clothes
true.
at Target. You can get clothes all kinds of places. All right. What do logs do in the fireplace?
What?
What do logs do in the fireplace?
What do laws do in a
Logs.
fireplace?
Like tree logs.
Logs keep it going or put it out,
They burn, right?
right?
Yeah. What do you do in a restaurant?
Eat.
Got it. It's an easy one.
Could you set that on the table, please?
Absolutely. What do you do with your eyes?
See.
Yes, ma'am. What do you do in the kitchen?
Cook.
Got it. What do you do with a ball?
Drink.
A ball? Ball, like a round, like bouncy ball. What do you do with a bouncy ball?
Play ball with your kids.
Sure thing. What do you do with a chair?
Sit on it.
Yes, ma'am. When do we eat breakfast?
Most people eat when they wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm. What about dinner? When do we eat dinner?
What do we do with it?
When do we eat dinner?
Oh. Probably whenever the weeds grow.
Do we eat dinner in the morning or at night? Or in the evening?
Well, now
should I
that
say.
depends on the person.
This is very true. Some people don't eat dinner. When do most people eat dinner? Morning or evening time?
Lunch is usually eaten at noon.
Uh-huh. And then dinner is usually eaten when?
Oh no, we didn't eat dinner. We had supper.
Well, there you go. When do you eat supper? Gotta get my lingo right.
We eat supper at night.
Good. Very good. In what season does the snow fall?
Winter.
Which season is the hottest?
Summer.
When do the leaves start falling?
Autumn?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Let's do one more. What month is Thanksgiving?
November.
You got it. Good deal. All right, let's run through a couple of problems and then I'm going to scoot out of your hair and let you rest. I've probably racked your brain, huh?
No, I've enjoyed it.
Well, good. I'm glad. It's great exercise for you. If you were, let's say you were laying here in bed and you woke up in the middle of the night and you needed to go to the restroom, what would you do?
Get up and go.
By yourself?
Probably.
Okay. What could happen if you get up and go by yourself right now?
I could fall.
You could fall. Mm-hmm. So what could you do to prevent the fall?
Hold on to things as I went to the bathroom.
You could. What would be an even better solution?
To get some help.
And yes, ma'am, you got it. And how do you call for help?
Ring a bell?
Mm-hmm. How do you know how to ring the bell?
Yeah.
See your bell ringer anywhere? I think it's hanging off the end of the bed. There you go. Which button would you push?
That red one?
You got it. Very good. What about if you were in pain? What would you do?
I would ring that red bell and tell them I needed help.
Sure thing, and tell them you're in pain. Good. Let's say maybe after you go home, let's say you get home and you realize that your kitchen floor is wet.
Hi there.
Hi.
She looks good today. Oh, you're taking a picture of her.
Yeah,
Can
she
I-
was videoing our speech session. She was doing
Oh.
really well today, so.
Oh, can I listen to her? I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I'm gonna work around you, girl.
She's been working really hard for me
Big
for
breath, honey.
a good while now.
Take a big breath for me.
Hello, how's it going?
Okay, listen right
Good.
here.
Looking great.
Rascal's working, isn't
How are
it?
you?
It's working good, sweetie.
Hello, ma'am. You doing all right?
Okay.
Get you.
She sounds good. She's done really, really well. She's
She
doing
come off
amazing.
isolation. You doing all right today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All righty. If you need anything, I'm Dr. Collins.
She's wide awake today.
Good.
Good deal. Okay, so let's say you get home and your kitchen floor is wet. What are you gonna do?
I'm probably going to call Susan and tell her to come and dry it.
Okay. And then what should you do?
Sit down.
Okay. Well, if your kitchen floor is wet, that's a problem, right?
That's true.
So what do you think you might want to know?
Why it is wet.
Absolutely. You might want to know why it's wet. What are a couple of things that could have happened that could have caused it to become wet?
Well, the couple of things that could have caused it to be wet are either one of my children, but they would not leave it wet. Either one of them.
I wouldn't leave my mom's kitchen floor wet either. What else could cause it to become wet?
Rained in.
Maybe maybe some rain got in it. Maybe it flooded. What else?
Oh no.
Maybe there could be a leak.
If
Maybe a leak somewhere. Maybe under the sink.
could have been a leak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any of that stuff. Good. Well, Miss Bloom, you've been working awfully hard for me today.
No, I haven't.
You have. You have. You did well. I'm going to take a look at the calendar out there and see what, or the schedule, and see what else you've got today. I think you have a couple of other therapy sessions this morning.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a look at it for you.
All
Okay.
right.
Then I'm going to step out and finish your note and type up your note so I can document all the great things you did for me today. That be okay?
If that's what you want to do.
Okay. Are you still not having any pain? No pain?
No pain.
Good. Well, do you need me to get you anything or do anything for you before I
I
scoot
don't
out of here?
think so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to scoot out. I'm going to check the schedule and I'll let you know what you've got next.
Okay. Well,
right.
I enjoyed visiting with you.
I did as well. Thank you so much for working with me this morning. Remember, when you go home, get you one of those books, okay, to do your brain exercises, the
Okay.
crosswords and the word searches.
Yep, I'll do that.
That'll be a great thing for you to do. Keep those thinking skills active.